sunflower seeds. Please use those cups along the railways and then.
Welcome to Roseburg's Legion Field, home of the Dr. Stewarts and the 2018 AAA American Legion Baseball State Tournament. Coverage of this tournament game is presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker in Oregon with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams Umpqua Valley. Let's head to the field.
Also, if you want some...
Welcome back to the Oregon Class AAA American Legion State Baseball Tournament at Legion Field and Bill Gray Stadium in Roseburg in game number 3 of the tournament. And this game will feature the Salem Withnell Dodgers against the Mid-Valley SouthPaws in a good matchup between league rivals. The Withnell Dodgers, 26-16, finished 4th in Area 3 this year with an 8-7 record. They beat Grants Pass twice to get in this tournament, 6-4 and 8-5. And Mid-Valley, the Area 3 League champions, finished 11-4 in league, 25-13 overall, coached by Troy Babbitt. And this should be a good matchup between some league rivals in this third game of the tournament. We've had 2 played already, and Medford and Dallas have moved into the winner's bracket. Medford defeated Beaverton this morning 2-1 in a good pitcher's battle, and it was Dallas winning over Hillsborough in the game just completed about a half an hour ago, 10-8. We're a little bit late getting into this one. This was scheduled for 4 o'clock, but we're going to get started here in about 5 minutes, it looks like. The coaches are gathered at home plate talking with the umpires, and we're just about ready to get this one underway. We're going to take a break and back with our starting lineups coming up. You're watching coverage of the 2018 AAA American Legion Baseball State Tournament on 541radio.com, presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker for Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams Umpqua Valley.
You're watching coverage of the 2018 American Legion Baseball State Tournament. Broadcast coverage is presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker in Oregon with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams Umpqua Valley, building relationships by bringing real estate back to the basics. Call her at 541-671-5296 or visit her online at virginia.foxrealestategroups.com. Tournament coverage is also sponsored by Clint Newell Auto Group, Tim's Appliance and Mattress, Roseburg Sportsman's Warehouse, Little Caesars, and the Cow Creek Umpqua Tribe of Indians.
Back with American Legion Baseball at Legion Memorial Field in Roseburg, and 2 teams from the same league, Area 3, Salem Withnell Dodgers and Mid-Valley SouthPaws, going at it here in the third game of this first day of the tournament. 2 done already, and Medford and Dallas moving on into the championship round, and Hillsborough and Beaverton moving into the loser's bracket, and 1 game to go after this tonight. That'll be Roseburg and Corvallis to finish up the first day of action. So let's take a look at our lineups for the Salem Withnell Dodgers, who will be the home team in this game. It'll be Noah Ferguson, the left fielder, leading off. Playing at second base and batting second, Micah Soper. Right fielder, batting number 3 is Max Long. Reyes Rodriguez, the designated hitter, will hit in the cleanup spot. At third base is Justin Culpepper. And batting 6th, playing at shortstop, is Torrey Doughton. Caden Doughton is at first base and batting 7. Rylan Webster, the catcher, is batting number 8. And the center fielder, Cameron Kalhoff, will bat in the number 9 spot. And the pitcher for Salem Withnell Dodgers is Gavin Friedenberg, South Salem High School graduate. For the Mid-Valley SouthPaws, coached by Troy Babbitt, Area 3 League champions, it's Brendan Bliss leading off, playing in center field. Kevin Crowell will bat second and play in right field. Cade Parizo
And the coaches,
is at second base and batting 3. Aaron Rapay at first base batting number 4. Connor Spivak will be in the DH spot and hitting 5. Evan Cyrus, the catcher, will bat number 6. Cooper Hartzell at third base and batting 7. Ezra Lopez, the left fielder, at bat 8. And Caleb Beach at shortstop and batting 9. And Jace Lean will be on the mound in this first game of the tournament for the Mid-Valley SouthPaws. 25-13 for the year, 11-4 in league, and won the league championship. And the Salem Withnell Dodgers, 26-16, 8-7 in league, and finished in 4th place in Mid-Valley in first place. So that was a league that sent 4 teams to this tournament, so obviously a very tough conference this year. Teams being introduced, and we're just a couple of minutes away from getting this one underway at Legion Memorial Field on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. Sunny, no clouds in the sky, no smoke in the sky, and 94 degrees, so it's warmed up a lot. When we started this morning for that Medford game, it was down around 72 or so, and just absolutely perfect weather for baseball. It's warmed up a little bit now, but still, you can't ask for much better weather than this for a baseball game.
Loud enough for everybody to hear. I will keep the rules.
Virginia Everard is the presenting sponsor for this and made it possible for these games to be put on the internet and on the radio. And coverage of the Legion State Baseball Tournament is presented by Virginia Everard, building relationships by bringing real estate back to the basics. Call her at 541-671-5296 or visit her online at virginia.foxrealestategroups.com. Glad to have you with us this afternoon. Glad you tuned in, however you may be listening or wherever you may be listening to us or watching the game at 541radio.com. It's nice to have you out there, and good crowd filing in tonight, and it's going to get a little bigger and a little bigger as we get closer to that second game with Roseburg, the host team, in the Legion State Championships this year, which was originally scheduled, I understood, for Klamath Falls, but they were not able to do it, so it ended up coming here to Roseburg. So the umpire dusts off home plate, and the Salem Withnell Dodgers defense goes out on the field, and we're getting ready to get this one underway. Right-hander Jace Lean will be the starter on the mound. He'll be throwing to Evan Cyrus, his catcher. And around the horn, we've got Adam Rapay at first base, Cade Pariso at second base, Caleb Beach at shortstop, Cooper Hartzell at third base. And in the outfield, Ezra Lopez in left, Brandon Bliss in center, and Kevin Crowell will be in right field. Sun will be a little tough on the right side of the field as it starts going down a bit here as we get closer towards evening. The right field area has been kind of tough all day long looking up at that sunshine, but something you just have to deal with when you play baseball in summer weather. Roseburg Sportsman's Warehouse says get ready for the hunting season with Sportsman's Warehouse. They carry the gear, the rifles, the ammo, and bait you need for your next hunt. Get to Sportsman's Warehouse and take it outside. Medford with a win this morning. The defending state champions defeated Beaverton 2-1 after they were shut out for 5 innings. And then finally got a couple of runners on in the 6th, and base hit brought in 2, and that was the difference in the game. And then they held Beaverton in the top of the 7th and won a really good pitcher's battle, 2-1 over Beaverton. We're ready to get going here, and stepping in for Mid-Valley, it's Brendan Bliss, center fielder. And the first pitch is outside for a ball, 1-0. We're underway here in the third game of the tournament. Mid-Valley and Salem. The pitch comes a little bit inside for a ball. 2-0. Gavin Friedenberg, right-hander from South Salem, Throws a curve on the outside corner for a strike call. And that'll move it to 2-1 on Brendan Bliss, the leadoff batter for the Mid-Valley SouthPaws. That fastball is over at a little bit low, but it's ball 3. And it's a 3-1 count on Bliss. He's trying to be patient up there and only swing at strikes. He lines one down the right field line. It's about 2 feet foul as it goes into the corner. And that'll run the count full at 3-2. Very little wind here at Legion Field. The flag in center field hanging straight down. Maybe just a wobble once in a while, but that's about it. Here's the wind by Friedenberg, and the pitch, and is swinging a bouncer toward third. It'll be off the foot of the hitter Bliss, and it's a foul ball. So the count stays at 3-2 on the first man up in this one. Cow Creek Umpqua Tribe of Indians is a proud supporter of local sports in Douglas County. The full count pitch to Bliss. Friedenberg winds and fires, and it's popped up behind the plate. Back comes Webster towards the dugout, and it's a little bit over the fence and out of play. Hits on the roof of the dugout, actually, and comes back into play, and the count stays at 3-2. So that's 7 pitches already Friedenberg's thrown to the first hitter up there. This will be number 8 coming up. Here's the wind and the full count pitch. Called strike 3 on the outside corner at the knees, and that is a tough pitch to hit. And Bliss goes down on a called third strike, 1 gone, and it will bring up Kevin Crowell, the right fielder. Albany won its only state title back in 1954, so it's been a while. Salem teams have won. Back in 2011, a Salem team won. And I think that was this post 136 that was the winner of that one. Here's the wind, the pitch on the way. And it's a little bit inside for a ball. A fastball misses. 1-0. Salem won it in 2011, 2005, 2004, 2001. They've had a good run after the turn of the century. That's fouled off for a strike, and the count even at 1-1. Salem Post 9 won it in 2006. So Salem teams have been there a lot of times. 1-1 to Crowell, right fielder, on the outside corner for a strike. 1-2. Cade Pariso, the second baseman, waits on deck. The SouthPaws, and I haven't seen a Southpaw out there yet, but the SouthPaws have the dark blue uniforms. There's a bloop into left field. In comes the left fielder Ferguson, and won't get there. It'll drop in for a base hit. And our first hit of the game goes to Kevin Crowell, a blooper to left field. 1 on and 1 out, and Pariso, the second baseman, will step in. Right-handed batter. And he comes from South Albany High School. Here's the stretch by Friedenberg for the first time, and he fires over to first base. Not in time. Crowell at first after the single to left. 1 out. And the infield looking for a double play ball. There goes the runner. The pitch is inside corner for a strike, and the throw down to second, not in time. Pariso squared to bunt and pulled back, but it was in there anyway, and it's an 0-1 count to him, but a stolen base for Crowell. So the Southpaws trying to get on top here early with a runner in scoring position with 1 out. Pariso behind on the count, 0-1. Friedenberg looks in for the sign. Big lead down at second base. Here comes the pitch. That's fouled over the right side. And just over the first base stands and out of play for strike 2 to Pariso. Aaron Rapé, the cleanup hitter, on deck. 1 out, 1 on. No score in the game, top of the first inning. Here's a pickoff play at second base. It goes into center field, but backing up is Kalhoff, and no advancement. Boy, he just about took that one right in the helmet. Crowell turned around and came in standing up, and that ball buzzed him right by his helmet, which is why you wear them. 2 strikes to Pariso. Crowell off at left. Here's a pop-up to left field. Ferguson a few steps back. He's under it, and he's got it for out number 2. Pariso flies out to left on an 0-2 count. 2 gone. Crowell still at second, and Rapé, the first baseman, will be the batter.
The next batter.
Big right-handed hitter.
Adam Rapé.
From the right side of the plate, and Friedenberg on the mound from the stretch, looks down at second base. Here's the pitch, and it's on the inside corner with a slider, strike 1. Connor Spivak, the DH, waiting on deck. Top of the first inning. 2 away, runner off at second base. Friedenberg ready, delivers the pitch. Down the middle, strike. What? Waist high, right over the middle of the plate, it looked like from here, but ball 1. I don't know where that missed. Friedenberg doesn't either. Here's his pitch. That's popped foul over the screen and out of play, and it's strike 2. Boy, I have no idea. That looked like it was right down the middle, and it's one that you'd want to take a rip at, but it was a ball. 1-2 to Rapé. Holds that bat high behind his head. Here's the stretch by Friedenberg, and he throws, and it's hitting to left center field pretty deep, but the left fielder Ferguson will get there and make the catch for the out, and the side is retired. That'll do it in the top of the first for Mid-Valley. It's no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. After a half inning of play, it's Mid-Valley Southpaws nothing, and Salem Withnell Dodgers to come to bat. You're watching coverage of the 2018 AAA American Legion Baseball Tournament on 541radio.com, presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley.
We'll be back with more coverage of the 2018 American Legion Baseball State Tournament. Find more tournament information like scores, stats, game recaps, and updated schedules online at 541radio.com. Here's a look at the games on today's broadcast schedule. Remember, every game from the state tournament will be broadcast on 541radio.com. Tournament coverage is presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker in Oregon with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley.
We go to the bottom of the first inning, and Noah Ferguson, the left fielder, will lead it off for the Salem Withnell Dodgers, followed by Micah Soper, the second baseman, Max Long, the right fielder, and on down the lineup, the cleanup hitter Reyes Rodriguez, the DH, batting in the number 4 spot. Justin Culpepper, the third baseman, is hitting 5. Torrey Doughton is hitting 6, the shortstop. Caden Doughton, the first baseman, hits 7. Rylan Webster, the catcher, hits number 8, and Cameron Kalhoff, the center fielder, will hit number 9. All right, we're ready to go here with the bottom of the first inning. No score in the top of the first. One more game to go to finish out this first day of the tournament. Roseburg, Dr. Stewart's, and Corvallis Girding Market team comes in at 7 o'clock tonight, or as soon as they can get it started after this one is over. 95 degrees here in Roseburg. Here's the pitch, and a fastball on the outside corner for a strike 1 call. Noah Ferguson, the left fielder, Right-handed hitter against right-handed pitcher. The line in the pitch, and it's hitting to right field, and the right fielder, Crowell, moves over towards the line, looks straight up in that sun, and makes the catch for out number 1. And that'll bring up Micah Soper. He's a second baseman. He'll bat from the left side. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of inning number 1. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's over at the knees for strike 1. Umpire in the first game tonight took a long time making those calls behind the plate. This one's pretty quick, so he gets that call out there right away. Here's the pitch. That's popped into left field, and here comes the left fielder Lopez, and he will get there and make the catch on the run for out number 2. So 2 fly ball outs and 2 gone, nobody on base, and Max Long, the right fielder, will come up.
The next batter, number 11, Max Long.
He'll also bat from the right side of the plate. Long is from Sprague High School. Here's the pitch to him, low in the dirt for a ball, scooped out by Evan Cyrus, the catcher for Mid-Valley. These two teams located not very far away from each other up the valley. I'm sure they've seen each other a lot this year. 1-0 pitch to Long on the way, a little bit outside for a ball, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. Nobody on and 2 away. Here comes the pitch, and it's high for a ball, 3-0. Cleanup hitter Reyes Rodriguez on deck. Jace Lean in the windup and throws, and it's low, ball 4. Walked him on 4 straight. First walk for Lean. And that'll bring up the cleanup hitter. You don't really want to put guys on base for the cleanup guy, but here he comes, Reyes Rodriguez. Looks down at his coach at third base, and he said something like, hit a long one. Here comes the pitch to him, low and away for a ball, 1-0. And after getting the first 2 batters on 2 pitches each, Long walks on 4 straight, and now Lean misses with a pitch here. Behind on the count, 1-0. From the stretch, short lead at first. The pitch is lined into left field for a base hit. Rodriguez right on that one. Line shot to left. So it'll be first and second. Long stops at second base. Rodriguez on at first, and it brings up Justin Culpepper. Third baseman will step in for his first try against the right-hander Jace Lean. Lean from the stretch with 2 runners on. Here's his pitch. Slow curve, way outside, ball 1. Lean is from West Albany High School, home of the Bulldogs. 1-0 count on Culpepper. Gets set, checks down at second base, delivers, and it's grounded to shortstop, and it's up. Caleb Beach up with the ball over to second baseman Pariso for the out, and the inning is over. So Culpepper hits into a fielder's choice. Reyes Rodriguez is out, 6-4 to retire the side. And for the Dodgers in the bottom of the first, they get no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on. And our score after 1 complete, it's the Salem Withnell Dodgers nothing and the Mid-Valley SouthPaws nothing. You're watching coverage of the 2018 AAA American Legion Baseball State Tournament on 541radio.com, presented by Virginia Everhard. Licensed broker with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley.
We're here until a champion is crowned. Follow every game from the state tournament on 541radio.com. Presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker in Oregon with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams Umpqua Valley. And don't worry if you missed a game. Find our broadcasts archived online as well. Tournament coverage is also sponsored by Clint Newell Auto Group, Tim's Appliance and Mattress, Roseburg Sportsman's Warehouse, Little Caesars, and the Cow Creek Umpqua Tribe of Indians. We'll be back with more coverage of the 2018 American Legion Baseball State Tournament.
Back with the top of the second inning, Connor Spivak leads it off, and he grounds the ball over the mound and into center field. It's a tweener, and it's a base hit to center. And Spivak leads off the inning with a single to center for the Mid-Valley SouthPaws.
Next batter, catcher number 4.
That'll bring up Evan Cyrus, the catcher. Cyrus from West Albany and a year out of Lynn Benton Community College. Spivak off at first, gets a pretty good lead over there. Looks like he wants to go, and he draws a throw over, and he almost got picked off. He was a little slow getting back and didn't slide. And it was a quick throw by Friedenberg. Leadoff man on for the SouthPaws. Another throw over to first base. Spivak back in. Here's the pitch on the way to the plate, bunted down the third baseline, picked up by the third baseman Culpepper over to first, and just got him at first base. The sacrifice is good. Cyrus out 5-3 for out number 1. Spivak goes to second base, and it brings up Cooper Hartzell, the third baseman. He's a stout-looking lad. Will bat from the left side. This is a southpaw. This is the first one I've seen on the SouthPaws team. Big left-handed hitter. And the wind picking up a little bit to right field just as he comes up. Runner at second off there, and the pitch is lined into left field for a base hit. Picked up by the left fielder Ferguson, fires it into the cutoff man Culpepper, and it's first and third with one away. So Hartzell picks on the first pitch he sees and drills it right by the shortstop and into left field.
The next batter, left fielder number 15.
Now it's Ezra Lopez, left fielder. And with the one out, a squeeze possibility is always there. Although they'd like to get more and at least stay out of the double play. Here's the stretch by Friedenberg and the pitch, and it's high for a ball. One and 0 to Ezra Lopez. Friedenberg fires, and there's another ground ball hit towards shortstop, picked up by Doden over to second for one, and back to first is not in time, and the run scores. Hartzell is out at second base, 6-4 for out number 2. But Lopez will get an RBI on the fielder's choice. And the SouthPaws take the lead 1-0 with a run in the top of the second inning. Caleb Beach, another southpaw for the SouthPaws, steps in. Friedenberg checks it first, and on the way to the plate, there goes the runner, and another one hit to left field, and Ferguson is under this one for the out, and that'll retire the side. So minimal damage there in the top of the second inning for Friedenberg, as the SouthPaws get one run on 2 base hits, no errors, and 1 left on. And we'll go to the bottom of the second with the score: Mid-Valley 1, Salem 0. And you're watching coverage of the 2018 AAA American Legion Baseball Tournament on 541radio.com, presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley.
You're watching coverage of the 2018 American Legion Baseball State Tournament. Broadcast coverage is presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker in Oregon with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley, building relationships by bringing real estate back to the basics. Call her at 541-671-5296 or visit her online at virginia.foxrealestategroups.com. Tournament coverage is also sponsored by Clint Newell Auto Group, Tim's Appliance and Mattress, Roseburg Sportsman's Warehouse, Little Caesars, and the Cow Creek Umpqua Tribe of Indians.
The Dodgers come up in the bottom of the second inning, trailing by 1-0, and the leadoff man, Torrey Doughton, takes the first pitch inside for a ball. It's 1-0. And there's a ground ball hit to shortstop, scooped up by Caleb Beats to throw over to first base in time for the out. And there's one away. 6-3 for Doughton.
The next batter, first baseman.
And with one gone and nobody on base, Caden Doughton will be the batter. First baseman for Salem. Caden will be a 2019 graduate. He fouls off the first pitch and out of play. High fly ball to left field. The left fielder Lopez is there, and the center fielder calls him off. Brandon Bliss takes it for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down in the second inning for Salem, and Rylan Webster will be the batter.
Next batter, catcher,
Webster, the
17,
catcher,
Rylan Webster.
comes up with nobody on in front of him, hits with that open stance. His front legs face almost towards third base. There's a called strike on the inside corner, 0-1 to Webster. Another sturdy-looking kid, catcher. Looks like he could be a linebacker. Hits the ball into right center, and that'll be in for a base hit, and it'll be run down by the right fielder, Kevin Crowell, and bobbles the ball, but picks it up and fires it back in, and Webster with an opposite field base hit to right center. So the Dodgers have life with 2 outs. Runner at first base, and the number 9 hitter, Cameron Kalhoff, the center fielder, will step up. And if he gets on, Noah Ferguson, top of the batting order, due up next. Webster off at first, a couple of steps away from the bag. The stretch by Lean, and the pitch on the way, and it's fouled over the right side and out of play. Strike 1. 0-1 to Cameron Kalhoff. He grounds the ball down the third baseline just inside the line fair, and it'll be a base hit. And they'll go station to station. Down to second base goes Webster. A single for Kalhoff. Hit it right by the third baseman just inside the line between Cooper Hartzell and the bag. And that'll bring up the top of the batting order with Noah Ferguson up with runners at first and second and 2 away. Ferguson flied out to right field in the first inning. 0-for-1 against Jace Lean. Lean stretches, looks down at second, delivers to the plate. A little bit outside for a ball, 1-0. Dodgers got runners to second base in the first inning. Got a runner to second base in the first inning, but was stranded. There's a shot down the third baseline right at the coach, who gets in the way of it and knocks it down. Kind of made a nice play on that considering he didn't have a glove on. It's a ball and a strike on Noah Ferguson. Lean checks the runners, delivers. There's a shot right at the third baseman for the out. Ferguson with a line drive to third, and that'll retire the side in the second inning. The Dodgers go down. They get a couple of hits, but can't get anybody across. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on. And we'll go to the bottom of the second inning, or top of the third, make that, with the score still 1-0. Mid-Valley in the lead. And we'll take a break. You're watching coverage of the 2018 AAA American Legion Baseball State Tournament on 541radio.com, presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley.
We'll be back with more coverage of the 2018 American Legion Baseball State Tournament. Find more tournament information like scores, stats, game recaps, and updated schedules online at 541radio.com. Here's a look at the games on today's broadcast schedule. Remember, every game from the state tournament will be broadcast on 541radio.com. Tournament coverage is presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker in Oregon with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley.
Back to Legion Field in Roseburg. We'll go to the top of the third inning. And for the Mid-Valley Southpaws, it's the top of the batting order. Brendan Bliss, the center fielder, who was called out on strikes his first try at the plate against Gavin Friedenberg. And Friedenberg throws the first pitch low for a ball, 1-0. Mid-Valley got the only run of the game in the second inning, a leadoff single by Connor Spivak, and he came around to score on a fielder's choice, actually. There's a slow curve in for a strike, 1-1. Top of the third inning. Mid-Valley with a run on 3 hits. The pitch bounces in the dirt for a ball, 2-1. Salem with no runs on 3 hits. Neither team with an error, which is different than the last game played here. When Hillsborough had 7 errors in that game. Here's a bunt down the third baseline. Charging is Culpepper, throws on the run and pulled the first baseman off the bag. Boy, he made a great play, except that the throw was a little bit offline. And so just as I say there are no errors in this game, there are now. It's an error charge to the third baseman, Culpepper. He made half of a great play. Kevin Crowell, the right fielder, will be the batter. He had a single and stole second, but was stranded there in the first inning. Runner at first and nobody out, and the throw over to first not in time as Bliss dives back in. Gavin Friedenberg from the stretch. Short lead at first. Delivers, and it's bounced towards shortstop. And the shortstop, Doughton, over to second for one, back to first. Ooh, it was close, but he didn't get him. Bliss out at second, 6-4 for out number 1. And Crowell safe at first base on a fielder's choice. Brings up Cade Pariso, the second baseman.
The next batter, number 7.
Pariso flied to left field his first try. A little warm out there. The bullpens might come into play here before this one is over. I think we're up at about 95, it shows on the thermometer here. Throw over to first base, not in time. Crowell dives back in under the tag. Still no wind. Usually picks up in the evening, but it really hasn't done much yet. And all the smoke is down to the south of us, so it is a perfect day here. There's a swing and a foul tip and a big cut by Pariso, but just got a piece of it and fouled it back. It's a strike one count. Crowell going on the pitch, has to come back. Apparently had the hit and run on that one, and Pariso took a big cut. Another throw over to first base is not in time. One strike pitch. Friedenberg looks over at first, not much of a lead there. Here's the pitch, and it's a fastball. Almost looked like a pitch out, but way outside for a ball, and that'll even the count up at 1-1. Another throw to first and almost got him leaning the wrong way, but Crowell dives back in and just got back. 1-0, top of the third, Mid-Valley in the lead. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's grounded to short again. And it's scooped up, throw across is in time. Just got him, and the runner, Pariso, jumps up in disgust, and I'm not sure what he said, but the coach ran over and grabbed him and said, get back to the dugout. But it was a nice play by Doughton. So Pariso is out 6-3 for out number 2, and Crowell safe at second base on the put out. So Aaron Rapé, the cleanup hitter, comes up. Here's the first pitch to him, and a breaking pitch right down the middle, strike one. Connor Spivak on deck. Rapé fly to left field his first time. Friedenberg set. Big lead down at second. Now he steps off and looks the runner back. Crowell getting a pretty big lead. And so far nobody's been holding him on. That's outside for a ball, 1-1. Number 11 at the plate. We've got 1 ball, 1 strike, but 2 outs. Friedenberg ready again. And it's on the way, and it's over but low, ball 2. Two and 1 with a runner at second base and 2 away. 1-0. Willamette Valley, Mid-Willamette leads. Trying to add to that lead. Friedenberg throws, and he missed just a little bit outside again. Ball 3. Or maybe low. I'm not sure, but it didn't miss by much. 3-1. And he's got to come in with a strike now or put him at first base, which wouldn't be a bad idea with the cleanup hitter up there and a runner in scoring position. You don't want to give him one fat over the middle of the plate that he can take a whack at. 3-1 pitch. And that's hit hard to shortstop. One hopper comes up for Doughton, throws across and got him for the out. So Friedenberg dodges a little bit of a bullet there and gets out of it with no run scoring on no hits, 1 error, and 1 left on. And we go to the bottom of the third with the score still Mid-Valley 1, Salem 0. And you're watching coverage of the 2018 AAA American Legion Baseball State Tournament on 541radio.com, presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley.
And the pitcher is Gavin Fredenberg.
We're here until a champion is crowned. Follow every game from the state tournament on 541radio.com. Presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker in Oregon with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley. And don't worry if you missed a game. Find our broadcasts archived online as well. Tournament coverage is also sponsored by Clint Newell Auto Group, Tim's Appliance and Mattress, Roseburg Sportsman's Warehouse, Little Caesars, and the Cow Creek Umpqua Tribe of Indians. We'll be back with more coverage of the 2018 American Legion Baseball State Tournament.
Back to action. We'll go to the bottom of the third inning, and leading off for the Salem Withnell Dodgers, Micah Soper takes the first pitch outside, I thought, for a ball. I think it's 1-0. It's not up on the board. There's a pop-up down the left field line. Long run for Lopez coming in, and he'll get there to make the catch. So Soper pops out to left field, and with one away, it brings up Max Long, the right fielder, who walked his first try against Jace Lean. Lean has given up just 3 hits. The right-hander works with 1 out and nobody on. Long steps in, the first pitch to him, low and inside for a ball, 1-0. Got a good pitcher's duel going here. We had a good one in the first game this morning. Medford won 2-1, getting 2 in the bottom of the 6th. There's a ball hit through the middle and into center field. Lean had to jump out of the way of it, and it's a base hit for Max Long right through the middle. And with 1 out, the Dodgers have a runner at first base. Represents the tying run.
Hitter, Rodriguez.
Girding Builders of Corvallis and Doc Stewart's of Roseburg in the game coming up. Supposed to be at 7 o'clock tonight, and I think they'll probably be pretty close to starting on time, depending on what happens here. There's a pitch low and away to Reyes Rodriguez, the cleanup hitter, for ball 1. Rodriguez batting with a runner at first and 1 out. 1-0 score. Bottom of the third. Willamette Valley on top. Mid-Valley on top. There's a called strike on the corner. 1-1 count. Rodriguez had a base hit to left field in the first inning, then was forced out at second base. 1-1 count to him, and the pitch high and away for ball 2. Another breaking pitch misses upstairs and outside. Kind of want to keep it away from this guy. He's got some pop in that bat. Hits with that wide open stance, looking for one inside that he can drive. Here's the pitch, right down the middle for a strike. I'm not sure why he wouldn't want to swing at that pitch. That looked like it was about waist high, right down the middle. 2-2 count. Max Long at first base gets a short lead. And the pitch, that's grounded to shortstop. Over to second. 4-1, back to first, easy double play. 6-4-3, and they turn it over. And that will retire the side in the third inning for the Salem Withnell Dodgers. They go down with no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on. And we go to the top of the 4th with the score still Mid-Valley 1, the Dodgers of Salem 0. And you're watching coverage of the 2018 AAA American Legion Baseball Tournament on 541radio.com, presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams Umpqua Valley.
32 pitches total.
You're watching coverage of the 2018 American Legion Baseball State Tournament. Broadcast coverage is presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker in Oregon with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams Umpqua Valley, building relationships by bringing real estate back to the basics. Call her at 541-671-5296 or visit her online at virginia.foxrealestategroups.com. Tournament coverage is also sponsored by Clint Newell Auto Group, Tim's Appliance and Mattress, Roseburg Sportsman's Warehouse, Little Caesars, and the Cow Creek Umpqua Tribe of Indians.
Spivak.
All right, back to action. We will go to the top of the fourth inning. In this one, scheduled for 7. And for the Mid-Valley Southpaws, to lead it off, Connor Spivak. First pitch to him is a ball, 1-0. Connor had a base hit and scored the only run of the game in the second inning. Pitch to him, sails, I was going to say high, but apparently that was in there for strike one. Gavin Friedenberg on the mound has given up 1 run on 3 hits. Salem has actually out-hit Mid-Valley with 4 hits, but doesn't have a run on the board. That's high for a ball, 2-1. Spivak, a right-handed hitter from Crescent Valley High School. Here's the pitch, and it's swung out and missed for strike 2. Two and two to the leadoff man in the top of the fourth, Connor Spivak. He pops one way up there in foul territory. The catcher, Webster, comes back, and I don't know how he hung on to that ball, but he did. Oh, boy, that was way up there, and it looked like it was dancing around a little bit. And Ryan Webster makes a one-handed catch for out number 1. And with 1 away, Evan Cyrus, the catcher, will be the batter. Sacrificed his first time up. Here's the pitch to him, and he takes it low and outside, and it skips by the catcher, Webster, and on back to the screen. Tim's Appliance Outlet Store at the corner of Lane and South Stevens in Roseburg has lots of good stuff. You might find something that you need there. Try them out. Tim's Appliance and Mattress and Tim's Appliance Outlet Store. Pitch is hit off the fist into left center field. Ferguson, the left fielder, moves over, and he will take it for out number 2. Brings up Cooper Hartzell, the third baseman.
Third baseman Cooper Hartzell.
He had a base hit in the second inning and then was forced out at second base. He's the southpaw on this southpaw team, and he's got some power. Curve on the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Two up and 2 down in the inning. Nobody on base. Here's a pop down the third base line and out of play for strike 2. Oh and 2 on Hartzell. And Gavin Friedenberg trying to get him in order for the first time. He throws, and it's popped foul down the third base line, and nobody can get to it. It's out of play. Neither team has gotten the other team out in order in this game. They've both had runners in every inning. Here's the pitch to him, and it's down the middle for strike 3 call. He got fooled on that one and takes a look at the third one, and Hartzell is down on strikes, and that'll retire the side. The second strikeout for Friedenberg. Down in order in the fourth, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. And we'll go to the bottom of the fourth with the score still Mid-Valley 1, Salem nothing. You're watching coverage of the 2018 AAA American Legion Baseball State Tournament on 541radio.com, presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker with Fox Real Estate Groups, and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley.
We'll be back with more coverage of the 2018 American Legion Baseball State Tournament. Find more tournament information like scores, stats, game recaps, and updated schedules online at 541radio.com. Here's a look at the games on today's broadcast schedule. Remember, every game from the state tournament will be broadcast on 541radio.com. Tournament coverage is presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker in Oregon with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley.
Back at Legion Memorial Field in Roseburg, the first pitch to Justin Culpepper is swung at and missed for strike one. Jace Lean in the motion delivers the next pitch, a swing and a miss, strike two. Went after a low and outside slow curveball and missed it badly. 0-2 to Culpepper. Hit into a fielder's choice in the first inning, 0 for 1. Lean in the motion, the two-strike pitch, popped up on the right side. The first baseman, Rapé, calls for it, and he's got it right on the line behind the bag for out number 1. And I think probably in fair territory, but he was astraddle the line when it came down.
The next batter, shortstop.
One away, and it brings up Torrey Doughton, the shortstop. Grounded to shortstop his first time. Here's the first pitch to him, low for ball 1, 1-0. Doughton out of Pacific Lutheran University. Played a year of college ball. Here's the wind, a pitch to him, inside and hit him, and he'll go to first base.
The next batter,
So, runner at first base with one out, and it brings up Caden Doughton. The first baseman flied to center his first time against Jace Lean. We are just about halfway through this one. Here's the pitch and a fastball on the corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Well, we are halfway through. Hopefully we're halfway through it. Bottom of the fourth inning, scheduled for 7. 1 strike count on Caden Doughton. Torrey Doughton off at first. Caden takes a swing and bounces it towards shortstop. Scooped up by Beach. Long throw across is in time for the out. Couldn't get Torrey Doughton at second base, so Torrey's safe there. Caden is out 6-3 for out number 2. And Rylan Webster, the catcher, will be the batter.
Catcher Rylan Webster.
Webster had a base hit into right center back in the second inning. Right fielder Kevin Crowell playing in pretty close and over towards the right field line, playing to hit a little bit late. And the whole outfield playing fairly shallow. There's the first pitch to him. It's inside, check to swing, and it's ball 1. One and 0. Bottom of the fourth with Willamette Valley leading 1-0. 1 run in the second inning. That's been it. Lean from the stretch. Runner off at second, jumping back and forth, and the slow curve inside, ball 2. Cameron Kalhoff, the number 9 hitter, due up next. He had a base hit first time up, too. Lean from the stretch, looks down at second. Not a big lead this time, and the pitch right down the middle for a strike, 2-1. And Webster taking it all the way. Ready with the pitch. Check of the runner. And here it comes, and it's popped up towards the right side, and the first baseman, Rapé, moves in and fights the sun and makes the catch for out number 3. So the Dodgers are gone in the fourth inning with no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Only the hit batter. And so after 4 complete, it's still Mid-Valley 1, Salem nothing. You're watching coverage of the 2018 AAA American Legion Baseball State Tournament on 541radio.com, presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley.
We're here until a champion is crowned. Follow every game from the state tournament on 541radio.com. Presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker in Oregon with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams Umpqua Valley. And don't worry if you missed a game. Find our broadcasts archived online as well. Tournament coverage is also sponsored by Clint Newell Auto Group, Tim's Appliance and Mattress, Roseburg Sportsman's Warehouse, Little Caesars, and the Cow Creek Umpqua Tribe of Indians. We'll be back with more coverage of the 2018 American Legion Baseball State Tournament.
We go to the top of the fifth, and Mid-Valley comes up here with the bottom two in the batting order, 8, 9, and then back to the top. And they lead it with 1 run on 3 hits and no errors, and Salem with no runs, 4 hits and 1 error. The only run in the second inning, a couple of base hits, and a fielder's choice. That got the run across. First pitch is in for a strike, or swung at and missed for a strike by Ezra Lopez, and it's 0-1. Gavin Friedenberg has gone the distance for Salem so far. Gets a bouncing ball back to the mound, and he'll take it to first base and flip it underhand over to first baseman Caden Doughton, and that's out number 1. So Lopez is out 1-3 for the first out of the inning, and Caleb Beach, the shortstop, will be the batter.
The next batter,
Cow Creek Umpqua Tribe of Indians, a proud supporter of local sports in Douglas County. Beach steps in, 0 for 1, flied to left field his first time up. He's the other southpaw on the team. Bunts at the ball and misses for strike 1. Little Caesars now has online ordering and an easy-to-use app. If you use apps, check out online ordering with Little Caesars. Pretty easy to do if you have like an iPhone or something like that. Here's the pitch on the way, and he checks his swing and fouls it off for strike 2. Beach finds himself in the hole, 0-2. Clint Newell Auto Group, your local Chevy, Buick, GMC, and Toyota dealer. Happy to bring you Legion Baseball on the radio and on... there's a blooper down the left field line. It's in for a base hit. And Mid-Valley with a runner on with 1 away. I was going to say Clint Newell Auto Group, happy to bring you Legion Baseball, not only on the radio, but also on the web, all the games of the tournament, and a great supporter of sports here in Douglas County. Beach at first base with the off-field single, and top of the order, Brendan Bliss, safe on an error and struck out, 0 for 2. And here's a throw to first, and made it pretty close over there, but Beach dives back in. Top of the 5th inning, Mid-Valley leading 1-0 in batting with a runner at first. Here's the pitch. A little bit low for a ball, 1-0. One out and one on, infield looking for a double play to turn over. Boy, the shortstops have gotten a lot of chances in this game. Torrey Doughton for Salem, and Caleb Beach for the other way around, I guess. Nope, that's right. Torrey Doughton for Salem, and Caleb Beach for Mid-Valley. Pitch was fouled off for a strike, and the count is even at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Friedenberg from the stretch and throws again to first base. Pretty good-sized lead, but Beach was not leaning at all as if he were going, so he got back in time. Gets off about 3 steps. Here comes the pitch, and it's way outside for a ball. Skips away from catcher Webster just a few feet, but not far enough. And it's 2-1. Bliss was called out on strikes in the first inning and was safe on an error on the third baseman in the third. Another throw to first. Gets him to dive back in again. And the wind picks up a little bit. Just the flag starting to unfurl out there in center field. There's a shot fouled over the right side and out of play. Off of the batting cage building, off to the first base side. Count is even to Bliss at 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch. Nope, it goes to first base. Throw over there, not in time. One away in the inning. The infield looking for a ground ball to try to turn. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's right down the middle for ball 3. Must have been a little bit high. Full count to Bliss, 3-2, and the runner might be going. He is, and it's fouled over the right side and out of play. Count will stay at 3-2, and Beach has to come back. Tim's Appliance has a great selection of Class B appliances with full factory warranties, some with a few dents and dings, just too small to notice, and 0% financing always available. Tim's Appliance and Mattress. There goes the runner, and the pitch is ball 4. So the Southpaws have something going here. Beach goes down to second on the walk, and Bliss on at first.
The next batter, the right fielder, number 6, Kevin.
And I think that is Friedenberg's first walk of the game. He has a couple of strikeouts. And that's the first walk. But he's got himself in a bit of a jam now. First and second with one out, and Kevin Crowell is the batter. And Crowell has a single and a fielder's choice, squares to bunt and takes it for ball 1. 1-0. Boy, got to throw strikes now, and you got the heart of the batting order coming up here. First baseman Caden Doughton way in on the grass, looking for a bunt. Crowell stands in, squares, takes it right. Whoa, ball 2. So it's 2-0, and so he hasn't had to bunt yet, and as long as Friedenberg doesn't throw a strike, he's not going to go for it. And here comes the coach out to the mound to talk to his pitcher. They can't afford to get much farther behind now, and Salem trailing 1-0. And time is getting short here in this one. We're in the top of the 5th inning. And with runners at first and second, this could be a kind of a turning point in this game if they come up with a couple of runs and get 3 up on the board. This game presented on 541radio.com by Virginia Everard. She'll work with any budget or life situation to help you take the next step to selling or buying a house. Call her at 541-671-5296 or visit her online at virginia.foxrealestategroups.com. 2-0 to Crowell. Runners first and second. One away. Willamette Valley, mid-Willamette, threatening. And Friedenberg ready and steps off. Reboot. Now he'll try it again. Come set. Crowell is in. And here comes a pick off to second base. And, ooh, it was close. He got him at second base. Man, what a throw. And what a pick by the shortstop, Doughton, who picked it right out of the dirt and laid the tag on as the runner was coming back in. So Beach gets picked off 1-6 for the second out of the inning, and boy, does that change things. 2-0 count on Crowell, and now with just a runner at first base, Bliss And it's off the glove of the catcher, Webster, and Bliss will go down to second. So that didn't last long. Now they got a problem again. That's a pass ball. Bliss at second base with 2 outs. And Crowell with a 3-0 count. Now they might just want to put him on, but they've got the cleanup hitter, or number 3 hitter, coming up next. And then the cleanup hitter, so they got to be careful here that they don't break this open. A fastball right down the middle for a strike. But if you do put him on, at least it sets up a force play all the way around. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Friedenberg checks the runner, and the pitch is way outside and high for ball 4. So his second walk of the inning, second of the game. And here's Cade Parizo. Parizo flied to left and grounded out to shortstop. He's hit it to the left side both times. Right-handed hitter. And Gavin Friedenberg trying to work out of another jam. And the first pitch low and inside, ball 1. One and 0. With first and second and 2 away. Friedenberg throws, and that's over at the knees for strike 1. Parizo's followed by Aaron Rapé, the cleanup batter. Parizo hits with that wide open stance. 1-1 pitch. Grounded hard to third base, picked up and steps on the bag for the out. Culpepper with a nice play on it, and that'll retire the side. So a fielder's choice for Parizo. And Crowell is out 5 unassisted at third base to retire Mid-Valley in the top of the 5th inning. So in the inning, they get no runs, a lot of activity on the bases, but 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. No, two runners left on base. And so we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, and still Salem trails 1-0 to Mid-Valley, and they're going to see if they can get something going here in the bottom of the 5th to get back in this one. You're watching coverage of the 2018 AAA American Legion Baseball State Tournament on 541radio.com, presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley.
You're watching coverage of the 2018 American Legion Baseball State Tournament. Broadcast coverage is presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker in Oregon with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley. Building relationships by bringing real estate back to the basics. Call her at 541-671-5296 or visit her online at virginia.foxrealestategroups.com. Tournament coverage is also sponsored by Clint Newell Auto Group, Tim's Appliance and Mattress, Roseburg Sportsman's Warehouse, Little Caesars, and the Cow Creek Umpqua Tribe of Indians.
Number 9 hitter Cameron Kalhoff leads off for Salem in the bottom of the 5th inning, and quickly has a 2-strike count on him, and he takes the pitch outside for a ball, and it's 1-2. Cameron Kalhoff with a single in the 2nd inning. Here we are in the 5th, and he's been up 1 time. Pops it up in the infield, and the second baseman Parizo is under it, and he'll make the catch for the out, and there's 1 away.
Next batter, number 13, Noah Ferguson.
And with 1 gone and nobody on base, it brings up the top of the batting order Noah Ferguson, the left fielder, who is 0 for 2, but he hit a bullet to third base last time up. Looking for some kind of spark to get going here, and he takes the first pitch inside for ball 1. 1 ball pitch. That's low for ball 2. Ferguson flied to right field in the first inning, lined out to third base in the second inning. 2-0 pitch to him. Caught the outside corner for a strike. It's 2-1. Jace Lean has gone all the way. Here's his pitch. Grounded back to the mound, and Lean grabs it, and he'll lob it over to first base underhanded for the out, and they're 2 away. A shot right back at him on a one-hopper, and he's able to field it and make the play on it. 2 gone, and nobody on base. Sportsman's Warehouse has everything for your next camping, hunting, or fishing excursion. Get to Sportsman's Warehouse today and stock up before heading outdoors. Sportsman's Warehouse, take it outside. First pitch is a ball to Micah Soper, batting with 2 outs and nobody on base. And Salem Withnell Dodgers trying to get some kind of spark going. Here's the pitch to him, and he hits it deep down the right field line. If this stays fair, it is adios, and it is gone for a home run. Wow. Clears the 320 sign just inside the foul pole, and a home run for Micah Soper. And that'll tie it up at 1-1, and there's that spark they've been looking for, and they finally got one to go. High fly ball down the right field line, and just fair. And that ties it up 1-1. So it took a long time, but Salem finally gets a run here in the bottom of the 5th inning to tie it up. And the first pitch to Max Long is low for a ball. 1-0.
Number 11, Max Long.
Long has a hit and a walk, so he's 1 for 1. That misses for a ball. 2-0. So a 2-out home run by Soper ties this one up. The 5th hit for Salem. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Low and away for ball 3. And it's starting to get the Salem fans a little excited finally. Boy, they hadn't had much to cheer about so far. The only run had been in the second inning. And there's a strike call on the corner. 3-1. A lot of times here at Legion Field, that's the only place you can hit one out here when that wind starts picking up. That pitch is way outside for ball 4. And Long goes to first base, so the cleanup hitter draws the walk. And the second walk given up by Lean. He's also hit one batter. Here comes the coach out to the mound to talk to him, and maybe that heat getting to him a little bit because it's warm out there. I think we saw 96 on the thermometer now here in Roseburg, and that's at the airport, a couple of miles away from us. This game is presented on the radio by Virginia Everard on 541radio.com by Virginia Everard, and she'll work with any budget or life situation to help you take the next step to selling or buying a house. You can call her at 541-671-5296, 671-5296, or visit online at Virginia.Fox, get it right here, virginia.foxrealestategroups.com. And tell her how much you appreciate her sponsoring these games so that you can listen to them.
Rodriguez.
Here's the cleanup hitter, Reyes Rodriguez, with a runner at first and 2 away, and he bounces the ball towards shortstop, backhanded, and a long throw across is thrown away. It'll go to the screen, and the runners move up to second and third. So Caleb Beach launched one from deep shortstop, way over the head of the first baseman, Rapé. No chance to pull it down. And now Runners at second and third for Salem, and that brings up Justin Culpepper.
The next batter, number 10.
I don't know that they would have had Rodriguez at first base, but I think they've just given an error on that. Not a hit and an error. Foul ball back to the screen off the bat of Culpepper for strike one. So Long is at third and Rodriguez at second base. 1 run in the inning on the home run by Soper. And Culpepper looking to get out of this with no further damage. Not Culpepper, Lean is pitching to Culpepper, and Lean fires one, and it's fouled off by Culpepper. And it's 0-2. Lean has given up just 5 hits. Salem with 1 run, 5 hits, and 1 error. And Mid-Valley with 1 run, 4 hits, and 1 error. Here's the pitch, a swing and a miss way out in front of it for strike 3, and Culpepper goes down swinging, and that will retire the side in the 5th inning. And for Salem, they get the 1 to tie it up. 1 run on 1 hit, just the home run. There was 1 error and 2 left on. So after 5, we're tied. It's Salem 1 and Mid-Valley 1. And we'll take a break and back for the 6th inning. You're watching coverage of the 2018 AAA American Legion Baseball Tournament on 541radio.com, presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley.
62.
We'll be back with more coverage of the 2018 American Legion Baseball State Tournament. Find more tournament information like scores, stats, game recaps, and updated schedules online at 541radio.com. Here's a look at the games on today's broadcast schedule. Remember, every game from the state tournament will be broadcast on 541radio.com. Tournament coverage is presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker in Oregon with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley.
Rappe.
Top of the 6th inning, Mid-Valley sends up Aaron Rappe, the cleanup hitter, to start it off. And here's the wind by Friedenberg, and the first pitch of the inning, a swing and a miss, way out in front of a slow curve, strike 1. Rappe with a fly to left and a ground out to shortstop. 0 for 2 against Friedenberg. Right-hander delivers, and he holds up just in time, and it's 1-1. Connor Spivak on deck, and then Evan Cyrus. 4, 5, and 6 in the order. Over at the knees for a strike, it's 1-2. One run in the 2nd inning for Willamette Valley, 1 in the 5th for Salem. Wind, the pitch, bounces in the dirt, and back to the screen, ball 2, 2-2. Boy, it's important to get off to a good start in one of these tournaments. Hard to come through the loser's bracket and do it. Fouled over the right side and out of play, and it'll stay at 2-2. The old breeze picking up now. Boy, that feels good. Two balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff man in the 6th inning for Willamette Valley, Aaron Rappe, and the pitch to him high and tight for a ball, 3-2. Rappe trying to get something started with the game all tied up after that home run in the bottom of the 5th inning. Pitch on the way, fouled off the fist and over the screen and out of play, and the count stays at 3-2. Both pitchers have gone the distance, and Game right before this, we had a lot of pitchers, a lot of changes. The pitch comes inside for ball 4, and that dreaded leadoff walk with the game tied. Oh, man, that drives coaches crazy.
The next batter, number 24.
The walk is the third for Friedenberg. And here's Connor Spivak, who has a single and popped out to the catcher.
Okay, with the first
Try Little Caesar's large one-topping extra most bestest. That's right, extra most bestest. It has most of the toppings of all the major pizza chains. Has the most toppings of all the major pizza chains. For a limited time, Little Caesar's has a large 5-meat pizza with extra cheese for only $9. Hot and ready to pick up between 4 and 8 p.m. Conference out on the mound.
0-6.
The Salem coach comes out to chat with his pitcher, and all the infielders join in. Medford defeated Beaverton 2-1 in the first game this morning, and Dallas beat Hillsboro 10-8 in the second game. The game to follow this one, scheduled to start at 7, is Roseburg and Corvallis. Doc Stewart's of Roseburg and Girding Builders and Market Men. How many names have they had over the years? That pitch comes inside, and Spivak says it hit him in the hand, and he's going to go to first base. Hit by pitch, so the first 2 batters are on base. And Spivak was trying to give himself up to get that runner down to second. So now they've got first and second and nobody out. And that's got the makings of a bad happening when you do that in a situation like this with the game tied 1-1, top of the 6th inning and running out of time, and you walk the first guy and hit the second guy. Evan Cyrus squares the bunt early. Here it comes, pulls back and doesn't swing at it, and it is ball 1. Gonna have to throw strikes. Like they say, there's no defense for a walk or a hit batter. First baseman Doughton in close. Takes the pitch high, ball 2. Boy, you're just asking for trouble if you walk this guy. I mean, it's already a bad situation, but got to throw strikes. 2-0 pitch. High, ball 3. Oh. Key spot here. Rapé at second base, Spivak at first, and Mid-Valley with a chance to break it open. 3-0 pitch. High and away, ball 4. Walked him on 4 straight pitches. 4th walk. And we've got action in the bullpen. We might see a move here real soon.
The next batter, number 25, Cooper Hartzell.
But not yet. And here's Cooper Hartzell, big left-handed hitter. Has a single to left and a strikeout. Infield comes in all the way around with the game tied 1-1, bases loaded. Here comes the pitch. Popped up behind the plate, now to play. Strike 1. Almost looked like he was trying to go to the left field with that ball. Outfield's got him played shallow in left field, medium in center, and medium in right. And Hartzell wasn't sure of the signal, so he goes down and talks to his coach at third base. Had a single to left field in the second inning and called out on strikes in the 4th. Has a chat with the coach. And back in the left-hand batter's box, Gavin Friedenberg. Has not had a lot of trouble, but now he's got himself into trouble. 2 walks and a hit batter, and pitches low, ball 1. Boy, you do not want to get behind on this guy and have to bring one in with the bases loaded. Friedenberg from the stretch, throws low and inside, ball 2. And Hartzell just kind of licking his chops here with a 2-1 count in his favor. Bases loaded, nobody out. And he can whack away at it. Here comes a pitch. He takes it on the knees for a strike. That'll even the count at 2-2. And boy, Friedenberg had to have that, and Hartzell didn't agree with the call. 2-2. Infield will try to go home to first to get a double play. It's on the way, and it hits him. And that'll force in the go-ahead run. Boy, and Friedenberg has done this all by himself. Walked the first batter, hit the second batter, walked the third batter, and hits the fourth batter. And here comes the coach. And this has just been a disaster. When he walked that first batter, the train derailed. So now he has the bases loaded, still nobody out, and the game now led by Mid-Valley, and that will be all for Friedenberg. So he's going to head for the bench, and we'll find out who the new guy is when we come back. It's 1-0. I'm sorry. It is 2-1. Mid-Valley back in the lead. We're in the top of the 6th inning, and we'll take a break and come back and find out who the new pitcher is. You're listening to and watching coverage of the 2018 AAA American Legion Baseball State Tournament on 541radio.com, presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley.
We're here until a champion is crowned. Follow every game from the state tournament on 541radio.com. Presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker in Oregon with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley. And don't worry if you missed a game. Find our broadcasts archived online as well. Tournament coverage is also sponsored by Clint Newell Auto Group, Tim's Appliance and Mattress, Roseburg Sportsman's Warehouse, Little Caesars, and the Cow Creek Umpqua Tribe of Indians. We'll be back with more coverage of the 2018 American Legion Baseball State Tournament.
All right, we're back here, and the new pitcher on the mound is Cole Hirschbach. And he comes on after Friedenberg goes 5+ and faces 4 batters here in the 6th inning, and all those are his responsibility. And the pinch hitter is Taylor Holder, and Holder takes the first pitch over for a strike. Holder batting for Ezra Lopez. Oh, and 1 count to him. Hirschbach gets the first one in. There's a shot down the third baseline. Fair ball just inside the line. It'll score 1. It'll score 2. Here comes Hartzell to third. He's going to come in to the plate, and he will score a 3-run double for the pinch hitter Holder. And that really breaks it open. Now 5-1. And all those runs are charged to the starting pitcher, Gavin Friedenberg. And boy, he just got himself into trouble with a walk, a hit batter, a walk, a hit batter, and then a 3-run double clears the bases. And Holder down at second base, still nobody out, now 5-1. They've really broken it open here. Here's Caleb Beach, bunts it back to the mound. He had a play at third, but he decides to go to first instead and finally gets it out. So the sacrifice works. Lopez goes to third base. Beach is out 1-3 for 1-4 make that. I think that was a second baseman covering. So 1 away and back to the top of the batting order with Brendan Bliss. Bliss walked his first time up, but this time he takes a strike in there. It's 0-1. 4 runs have scored in the inning after Salem had tied it up in the bottom of the 5th. But Mid-Valley comes roaring right back. That's down low for a ball, 1-1. Bliss called out on strikes in the 1st, safe on an error in the 3rd, and walked in the 5th. Hirschbach throws, and it's lined down the right field line and foul by about 2 feet. And that'll be strike 2. Oh, a 1-2 count on Brendan Bliss. Batting with 1 out and 1 on. Here's the pitch. Low and away for a ball, 2-2. Infield in all the way around. They want to cut that run off at the plate. Hirschbach throws, and it's fouled back, and it will stay at 2-2. 4 more games coming up tomorrow in the tournament. And the schedule kind of depends on how Roseburg does tonight. If Roseburg wins, they will play. There's a called 3rd strike to Bliss, and he goes down watching that one. He didn't care much for that call. But Hirschbach gets his first strikeout.
Right fielder, Kevin Crowell.
Kevin Crowell will step in. 1 for 2 on the night with a walk. The 8th man to come up in the inning. Here's the stretch by Hirschbach, and he throws it outside. Ball 1. Damage has been done. 4 runs across in the inning. And Holder at 3rd base gets his lead there as Hirschbach looks in for the sign from his catcher, Ryan Webster. Fires, and it's lined back by the mound, and it'll be taken by Soper at 2nd base, and he throws him out at 1st. And so Crowell is out 4-3, and that'll retire the side in the 6th inning for Mid-Valley. And they send 8 to the plate, and they come up with 4 runs on, let's see, 1 hit. Would that be right? Yep, 1 hit. And no errors, and they leave 1 runner on base. So we go to the bottom of the 6th with the score now. Mid-Valley 5 and the Salem Withnell Dodgers 1. And we'll be back with the bottom of the 6th inning coming up. You're watching coverage of the 2018 AAA American Legion Baseball State Tournament on 541radio.com. Presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley.
You're watching coverage of the 2018 American Legion Baseball State Tournament. Broadcast coverage is presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker in Oregon with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley. Building relationships by bringing real estate back to the basics. Call her at 541-671-5296 or visit her online at virginia.foxrealestategroups.com. Tournament coverage is also sponsored by Clint Newell Auto Group, Tim's Appliance and Mattress, Roseburg Sportsman's Warehouse, Little Caesars, and the Cow Creek Umpqua Tribe of Indians.
All right, back here at Legion Field, the first batter, Torrey Doughton, flies out to left field, and we've got 1 away, and Caden Doughton steps in and takes the first pitch for ball 1. He's 0 for 2, flied to center and grounded to short. Here's the pitch to him, outside for ball 2. 2-0. 1 out and nobody on, bottom of the 6th, and Salem now down by 4. That's over at the knees for a strike, 2-1. The Dodgers coming in 26-16 for the year. Had to beat Grants Pass from area 4 a couple of times to get here. It's fouled straight back, 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, one out. Bottom of the 6th inning. Roseburg, Dr. Stewart's game coming up with Corvallis after this. Here's a fly to left field. Under it, not Ezra Lopez. That's the new guy in the game. Let's see, I think that was Holder that made the catch on that. Was that correct? Okay, he's the new left fielder. So he gets to put out. And two outs.
Number 17, Rylan Webster.
Rylan Webster's the batter. Into the right-hand batter's box. Webster steps in. He's 1 for 2. A single and a pop out to first base. And the first pitch to him. Grounds it back by the mound. That'll be taken behind the bag by Caleb Beach and throws to first and got him. A scoop out of the dirt by Adam Rappe. And that'll retire the side in order in the 6th inning as Webster grounds out 6-3. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Down in order in the 6th inning for the Dodgers. And we'll go to the top of the 7th with the score, Mid-Valley 5 and the Salem Withnell Dodgers 1. And we'll be back in a minute. You're watching coverage of the 2018 AAA American Legion Baseball State Tournament on 541radio.com, presented by Virginia.
We'll be back with more coverage of the 2018 American Legion Baseball State Tournament. Find more tournament information like scores, stats, game recaps, and updated schedules online at 541radio.com. Here's a look at the games on today's broadcast schedule. Remember, every game from the state tournament will be broadcast on 541radio.com. Tournament coverage is presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker in Oregon with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley.
Back at Legion Field, we'll go to the top of the 7th inning, and to lead it off for the Mid-Valley Southpaws, it'll be Cade Pariso, and he'll be facing a new pitcher, Jacob Winstead, a right-hander from Blanchett Catholic Private School. And so he will be on the mound for probably one inning here as Cole Hirschbach. Let's see, he came on in a tough situation in the 6th inning with one run across already and the bases loaded and nobody out, and gave up a 3-run double, but all those runs will be charged to the starter, Gavin Friedenberg, and all earned. So he gave up just the one hit, but that was a crusher. Pariso steps in. Here's the first pitch to him from Winstead. He throws a curve way outside for ball 1. Set and delivers, and a line drive into center field for a base hit. Pariso looking for that one, got it right over the middle of the plate and lined it right through the middle. And that is the 6th hit of the game for Mid-Valley.
Number 11, Adam Rappe.
1 run in the 2nd and 4 in the 6th. They've got 5 runs on 6 hits. They've committed 1 error. And for the Salem Withnell Dodgers, 1 in the 4th on a home run. 5 hits in the game and 1 error. Here's Rappe, the cleanup hitter, stepping in. He has a walk and scored a run. He grounded out and flied out. Pariso at first base gets a good lead over there, held on by Doughton. Here's the stretch. And the pitch squares to bunt, takes it a little bit outside for a ball, 1-0. Rapé takes a long look down at third base. Coach goes through the signals. See if he really has him bunting here. Cleanup hitter? I don't think so. Here's the stretch, and here it comes, not squaring, and he lines a shot right back to the mound. It's caught, and then almost thrown away at first base. It was knocked down by Caden Doughton. And what is it? Is it caught, or is it a ground out? I thought he caught the ball, but I think the umpire's calling it a trap. I don't know how you could tell it was hit so hard. But he came up with the ball and he just threw it to first base for the double play. Oh, they are calling it a catch, and it's going to be a double play. Well, that was a fine play by Winstead, who had that ball come back at him just about probably about half again as hard as he threw it. I mean, it was a bullet. And the coach comes out now to check with his first baseman, Caden Doughton, who had that ball thrown in the dirt, and he may have gotten hit in a bad spot. And they're going to check with him to make sure he's okay. Look for Sportsman's Warehouse at the Douglas County Fair this year for your chance to win a new Smith & Wesson M&P rifle. Get ready for the hunting season with Sportsman's Warehouse and take it outside. Coach is having a chat with the umpire on the first base side and maybe just giving Caden Doughton a little bit more time to recover from that, because the ball was a bullet back at Jacob Winstead, and he caught it apparently and threw the ball to first base, but he threw it in the dirt, and Doughton fell down trying to stop the ball. He stopped it, picked it up, stepped on the bag, and then tried to walk it off, but he was hurting a little bit. Looks like he's okay.
Thank
So 2 away and nobody on base. And that brings up Connor Spivak. And he tried to check, but they check at first base. And the umpire says he went around, so it's 0-1. Spivak has a single, was hit by a pitch, scored twice, and popped out to the catcher in the other at bat. That's over at the knees for a strike, 0-2. Jacob Winstead, right-hander. Head on the count, 0-2. Here's his pitch. Check swing bouncer back to the mound, picked up by Winstead, throws to first, and this time he throws it high enough so Doughton can catch it. And Spivak is out 1-3, and that'll retire the side in the top of the 7th with no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on. And so we go to the 7th, the bottom of the 7th, and last chance for the Salem Withnell Dodgers, and they trail 5-1. You're watching coverage of the 2018 AAA American Legion Baseball Tournament on 541radio.com, presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker with Fox Real Estate Groups in Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley.
We're here until a champion is crowned. Follow every game from the state tournament on 541radio.com. Presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker in Oregon with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley. And don't worry if you missed a game. Find our broadcasts archived online as well. Tournament coverage is also sponsored by Clint Newell Auto Group, Tim's Appliance and Mattress, Roseburg Sportsman's Warehouse, Little Caesars, and the Cow Creek Umpqua Tribe of Indians. We'll be back with more coverage of the 2018 American Legion Baseball State Tournament.
Have a new pitcher on the mound for Mid-Valley as they come back. The Southpaws make a change, and Jace Lean comes out after 6 innings pitched, gave up 5 hits, 1 run. It was earned, and it was a shot, home run over the right field fence. 1 strikeout, 2 walks, and a hit batter. So Chase Reynolds is the new pitcher. From West Albany High School, big right-hander, finishing up his warm-up tosses, and the bottom of the 7th inning, he'll try to close it out, and he will face Cameron Kulhoff, the number 9 hitter in the lineup, and then back to the top of the order with Noah Ferguson and Micah Soper. Soper is the one that hit the home run in the 5th inning that tied the game, and the only run for Salem. A great job on the mound by Jace Lean. Now Reynolds will try to finish it off and get the save. So the throw goes down to second base, and we're just about ready to go. Tim's Appliance Outlet Store at the corner of Lane and South Stevens in Roseburg. A good place to shop. Stop by and maybe tell them thanks for helping put these games online and on the radio this year for the State Legion Baseball Tournament. And Clinton Newell Auto Group, your local Chevy, Buick, GMC, and Toyota dealer. Also a great sponsor for Legion Baseball. Here's the first pitch. Fastball right over for strike 1. Kulhoff a single in the 2nd inning and popped out to second base in the 5th. Line in the pitch by Reynolds. Fastball is up high for a ball, 1-1. Chase is a young one. 2021 will be his graduation year. Fastball sails high for ball 2. He's a big kid. So he falls behind in the count, 2 balls and a strike, and here comes the pitch, and it's high, ball 3. Boy, we saw what Walken, the leadoff batter, did in the last inning for Salem, and he certainly does not want to put that first batter on base. That is just setting the table. Here comes the pitch, and the fastball is outside, ball 4, the number 9 hitter. And he can't get it in the strike zone. The 3rd walk of the game for Mid-Valley pitchers.
Ferguson.
And it brings up the top of the batting order, Noah Ferguson. Runner at first and nobody out. Reynolds stretches and throws, and a fastball down the middle for a strike, 0-1. Wind is picking up now, and it's blowing pretty much straight in from center field. Usually here at Legion Field, it'll blow kind of across the field from left field to right field, and it helps those hitters that hit to right. 1 strike pitch, bounce to the right side, and it will be picked up and thrown to first base by the second baseman, Pariso, for the first out of the inning. Kulhoff stopped to let the ball go by him, and they might have been able to get that force at second, but they don't try to do that and just get the sure out at first. So Ferguson is out 4-3 for out number 1, and the Dodgers are down to their last 2 outs. Here's Micah Soper, who launched one in the 5th inning over the right field fence. He'd need more than that to get back in this one, though, down by 4 runs. Fouls one off the left side and out of play, strike 1. Oh and 1 to Micah. Flied to left field twice and hit a home run over the right field fence. So he sprayed it. Here's the pitch to him. Inside for a ball, 1-1. Runner off at second base. 1 away, not a big lead. Bunts at it and misses. Strike 2. Boy, he had a good idea, though. That third baseman was playing back, and if he could have gotten it down, He probably would have been able to beat it out. One-two pitch. Reynolds fires, and it's way outside for a ball, 2-2. Doc Stewart's of Roseburg and Corvallis Girding Builders coming up next. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 gone in the inning. The Southpaws are just 1 out away from moving on into the winner's bracket. And coming to the plate is Max Long, who has a single and 2 walks. Reynolds stretches, looks down at second. Not a big lead there. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's a swing and a miss. Strike 1. Head on the count, 0-1. Long, the last chance to keep it going for Salem. Reynolds kicks and fires. Over at the knees, strike 2, and they're 1 strike away. Five runs, 6 hits, and 1 error for Mid-Valley. Salem with 1 run, 5 hits, and 1 error. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Fouled over the right side and out of play, and that'll carry clear out almost to the parking lot. Count stays at 0-2. Reynolds out of the stretch. 1 strike away. Here it comes on the way. Line down the left field line, and fair into the corner it goes, and a run will score. Down to second base goes Long, and they are still alive, and now it's 5-2. Not over yet. Just inside the line, down the left field side. And Long is 2 for 2 in the game, a single and a double, and 2 walks.
Rodriguez.
And that brings up Reyes Rodriguez, who has a single, was safe on an error, and grounded into a double play. Reyes, right-handed hitter. Takes the first pitch down the middle for strike 1. 5-2, Mid-Valley still with a 3-run lead. Still a ways to go for Salem to get back in this. That's the 6th hit. Both teams have 6 hits in the game. Pitch is, must have missed outside a little bit. Ball 1, close. One pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, and they're down to their last strike again. Rodriguez trying to put the ball in play somewhere and give himself a chance. Five to 2, Mid-Valley on top. Here's the pitch on the way, swung on and bounced toward the left side and into left field for a base hit. And they will not try to score the runner from third, playing it safe because they need more than that. And Rodriguez keeps it alive with a single to left field. So it'll be 1st and 3rd, and here comes Justin Culpepper. A right-handed hitter, and here comes the coach out to the mound, and the catcher and the infielders, and they're going to have a little conference out there. Coverage of the Legion State Tournament is presented by Virginia Everard, building relationships by bringing real estate back to the basics. Call her at 541-671-5296 or visit her online at virginia.foxrealestategroups.com. Got to have every letter right there to get that website right. So it's virginia.foxrealestategroups.com. And we thank her for sponsoring this to allow us to bring you Legion Baseball State Tournament action from Legion Field this week. 4 teams from Area 4 and from Area 3 and 2 from Area 4 make up 7 out of the 8 teams in this tournament. All righty. Here's Culpepper, and he swings and misses the first one, strike 1. And we've been down to the last strike twice now, actually. The last 2 batters. 0-2 count and a 1-2 count when they came up with base hits. First and third for Salem. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2, and they're down to their last strike again. Tying run at the plate. Culpepper trying to put it in play. 0 for 3 on the night. Here's the pitch to him, and he swings and pops it up towards first base. The first baseman, Rapé, in foul territory, waiting, and he's got it for the out. And the ball game is over, and Mid-Willamette will advance to the championship round. So they take this one 5-2. 5 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error. And for Salem, 2 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error. And in the bottom of the 7th inning for Salem, they get 1 run, but it's not enough. On 2 base hits, there were no errors, and they leave 2 on. And our final score again, 5-2. Mid-Willamette Valley wins it and advances to the championship round, and Salem Withnell will go into the losers bracket to see if they can stay alive. So that'll do it, and we'll take a break, and we'll be back and wrap it up for you here. You're watching coverage of the 2018 AAA American Legion Baseball State Tournament on 541radio.com, presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley.
You're watching coverage of the 2018 American Legion Baseball State Tournament. Broadcast coverage is presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker in Oregon with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley, building relationships by bringing real estate back to the basics. Call her at 541-671-5296 or visit her online at virginia.foxrealestategroups.com. Tournament coverage is also sponsored by Clint Newell Auto Group, Tim's Appliance and Mattress, Roseburg Sportsman's Warehouse, Little Caesars, and the Cow Creek Umpqua Tribe of Indians.
Welcome back to Legion Field, and we'll wrap up this game for you and make way for the next one coming up, and that'll be Doc Stewart's of Roseburg and Girding Builders of Corvallis coming up at, it's scheduled to start at 7 o'clock, and I think they're probably going to make that okay. They'll fix up the field a little bit, water it down, and get ready for the final game of the first round, and that is, again, Roseburg and Corvallis in the final one. So they run down to the games played today. Medford with a come-from-behind win over Beaverton 2-1. Got 2 in the bottom of the 6th to win that one. And it was Dallas leading all the way with 4 in the first inning, but they were pressed by Hillsboro and finally hung on to win 10-8 in the second game. And in the one just completed, it's Mid-Valley winning over the Salem Withnell Dodgers 5-2. So in the bracket, Mid-Valley moves into the championship round game against Medford, and it shows 4 p.m. tomorrow, and I think that one is going to be correct. The question will be whether about the Roseburg game, whether Roseburg wins or loses. Either way, they're going to play at 7 o'clock tomorrow night, so that's going to change some of the other brackets here. So Hillsboro is in a game scheduled for 1 p.m. and Beaverton and Salem scheduled for 10 a.m. Medford and Mid-Valley are scheduled for 4 p.m. tomorrow, and then Dallas will play the winner of the Corvallis and Doc Stewart's of Roseburg game at 7 p.m. tomorrow night, if it's Roseburg. And if it is Corvallis, they would play, the way I read this, at 1 p.m. tomorrow. So you check with your coaches and find out for sure later on. And Joy Keyran will have more on that in the final game tonight, depending on how that comes out. So the final game will have a big bearing on how the schedule is set up for tomorrow. Roseburg and Corvallis coming up here in about 45 minutes. So in this one, it was 1-0 for a long time. Mid-Valley scored one in the second inning on a single by Connor Spivak, and then he scored on a fielder's choice by Ezra Lopez. And then it stayed 1-1 until a home run by Micah Soper in the fifth inning for Salem tied it up. A tater over the right field fence with 2 outs and nobody on base. And so Salem tied it up for the first time of the evening, and then the ship sank in the sixth inning. A walk to start the inning, a hit batter, and then another walk, and then another hit batter, and then a 3-run double. And boy, that was it right there. That was the story. So the 3-run double by Holder coming off the bench to pinch hit. And I think it was Taylor Holder, right, gets the big pinch hit 3-run double, and that gives Mid-Valley the lead that they never give up after that. So hitting wise, not a lot of hits in this game for Mid-Valley. They get their 5 runs on 4, 5, 6 hits. And they leave 6 runners on base. And on the other side of the ledger for the Salem Withnell Dodgers, they get their 1 run on 6 hits or 7 hits. They got 1 in that inning, so 7 hits, and they leave a bunch on base. 9 runners left on base, so they left a lot of opportunities out there. All right, so that's going to wrap it up here. The home run by Micah Soper, the only home run in the game, and the 3-run double in that big 6th inning for Mid-Valley was the difference in the game, as Taylor Holder came off the bench and cracked a boomer to left field, and 3 runners scored ahead of him, and that was it. The Dodgers got 1 in the bottom of the 7th, but that came way too late and not near enough, and so that will take care of it. So again, Mid-Valley goes into the winner's bracket. Salem Withnell Dodgers fall into the loser's bracket, and Dallas and Medford also in the winner's bracket. In the game coming up, Joy Keyran will have that action for you. Doc Stewart's of Roseburg and Corvallis Girding Builders. So I think that'll do it for us, and we appreciate you listening in this afternoon, and we'll have these games on throughout the tournament. Thanks to our great sponsors, including Virginia Everard, and she'll work with any budget or life situation to help you take the next step to selling or buying a house. You can call her at 671-5296 or visit her online at virginia.foxrealestategroups.com. Also appreciate Tim's Appliance and Mattress sponsoring tonight. Tim's Appliance has a great selection of Class B appliances with full factory warranties, some with dents and dings too small to notice, and 0% financing is always available. All right, I think that'll wrap it up, and we again appreciate you listening. Hope you can tune in to Joy's broadcast here in a little bit. Joy Keyran will be back in probably about a half an hour with the broadcast. You're watching coverage of the 2018 AAA American Legion Baseball State Tournament on 541radio.com, presented by Virginia Everard, licensed broker with Fox Real Estate Groups, Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley. That'll do it for me. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good evening.